My name's Aaliyah, and I recently graduated from college. Yeah, pretty big transition period. Throughout this transition period, I decided to start a new series on my channel called the Post-Grad Diaries, where I document and showcase what I've been going through, dealing with, and adjusting to since post-grad life. Now, not all these videos are going to be super exciting or overly edited. Sometimes I just want to sit and chat like today, but I really wanted to show you what it's like going from feeling like on top of the world to feeling sometimes the lowest of the low, and just trying to deal with transition as somebody who's not good with change. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into episode 1 of the Post-Grad Diaries, dealing with loneliness and feeling like I have no community.
Can you focus on me, please? How are we doing today? So, hi. It's your fave. I'm currently sitting here at my desk, obviously, ready to have a little conversation. This video is gonna be a little bit different from my more recent ones, just because I feel like it's been forever since we just sat down and like talked. I'm here to just have a conversation. I wanted to start a new series on my channel called the Post-Grad Diaries, because I did the college diaries when I was in college. I didn't really touch it my senior year just because I was just kind of going through the motions, honestly, and I was tapping school out and I wasn't at school frequently enough to get like good footage to make the videos. Post-graduation, there's a lot of different changes, ups, downs, all that around, good things, bad things, mediocre things, things I don't want to talk about, things that I do want to talk about. So I just thought this would be a nice safe space for me to speak on what post-grad life has been like. And hopefully, if you've recently graduated or you're about to graduate or you know somebody who's graduating, this will like open the floor for us to just like talk about our experiences, and for me personally to just document and show how I've been adjusting to not being a student anymore. If you're new here, my name's Aliyah. I'm 21 years old and I just graduated from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Go Niners! With a bachelor's in writing, rhetoric, digital studies. People always ask me what that is. Just know I'm really good at persuasion, and I really like writing, to the point where I like to study digital writing and media on the internet. So that's what my degree is in. So yeah, I just wanted to open the floor, start this out. I will say not all of them are going to be like this informal. I have been taking a liking into film and stuff like that, like filmmaking. So hopefully within the next couple episodes, this will get a little bit better in, not quality, because I think this will still be a good video for me to just kind of speak and let y'all know what's been going on with me, but more of like a entertainment visually, like quality will go up. Because like right now we're just sitting at my desk and chatting, like the old days where I would set up a camera and yell for 45 minutes. So going back to my roots. It's been a month and some change since I graduated from college at 20 years old. I just turned 21 almost a month ago, and also graduated college almost 2 months ago. So there's been a lot of things happening in the ACU, the Aliyah Cinematic Universe, over the past almost 2 full months. I feel like I've been doing nothing but moving until June hit, and then it was just like a dead still. Like I graduated college, I had a grad party, I was booked and busy with photography, I turned 21, I traveled for my 21st birthday, I was decorating my house. Like there was a lot going on at once, and then in the blink of an eye, there was like nothing. As soon as May was done, nothing. There was nothing going on in Aliyah land. I found myself struggling in the past couple months with very specific things, like 1 or 2 very specific things, and I'm going to talk about them today. When it comes to transition periods like this, it can be very difficult in finding your way and just getting acclimated to this new lifestyle you may be living, and that's why this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. Y'all know I am an avid stan for therapy. I think everybody should go into therapy even if there isn't something negatively going on. It's just nice to have an outlet, and I love BetterHelp because it's an online therapy platform that you can go on your phone, tablet, computer, like that worldwide, and because they have thousands of therapists within their network, you can take a quiz, get matched with one, and 72 hours later, and if it doesn't work, you can switch to somebody else free of charge. It's really easy. But if you're interested in trying out BetterHelp, make sure you check out betterhelp.com/Aliyah. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/Aliyah for 10% off first month at BetterHelp. So thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video, and let's go ahead and get into it. Woo! Where do I begin? So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit to like May-ish. May was when I had my last round of college finals ever. Finals aren't the most fun when it comes to being a college student. It's probably some of the most, how would I say this? The most difficult weeks that I faced as a college student. Finals week is just, it's not fun. Like, baby, we're trying to pass, you know? You see my little Canon camera? You're not supposed to see her. I don't know why she's out. Let me put that away real quick. So finals was just really hard this past semester, spring 2023, and me knowing that I'm about to graduate, it just made the things even worse. Like I knew I had to get grades that I required to graduate, and it was just a whole thing. Like I was feeling super stressed. Within this stress, I noticed that I had just been feeling pretty lonely and isolated. I usually do feel like that in final season because people are literally off their rocker, so I'm probably not the only person who feels like this, but everybody's off their rocker, everybody's busy, everybody's struggling, like it's literally a fight to the death, like, if you will. But during this past final season, I felt like I just didn't have friends. It's weird because I know I have friends, but I just didn't feel like I had any friends. I remember a specific night I was finishing like essay after essay. I actually filmed a finals week in my life. I had a paper that was really stressing me out. I was vlogging and I literally just shut the computer and the video was done. That night I actually ended up having like a little mini breakdown because I was really stressed, and then what really made me start crying was just like, I felt like I had no friends, like, you know, because I was just feeling so isolated and everything like that, especially from going to school twice a week. That's the only real human interaction I had besides like going out other than that, which is pretty rare, and it was not fun. So this thought of me feeling super lonely and friendless and communityless really started like almost 2 whole months ago. Time has passed, I graduate, I'm feeling super duper seen, celebrated, loved. People are proud of me because I just graduated college, for one. That's a big deal. I graduated at 20 years old, for 2. That's a huge deal. A lot going on, and then there are people celebrating me and just, you know, really making me feel like seen. I have such good memories of my graduation day and taking my grad photos and my grad party. And then I started settling in, and y'all know I do content creation full time. Like, I do this full time. People always ask me, like, what are you gonna do after college? I'm already doing it. I'm doing my job. This is my job. Keeps the lights on. It's just, it really started around graduation. I started settling in. I saw people celebrating with each other and their friend groups and communities, whether it's friends, friend groups, family, you know, stuff like that. And then they kept continuing to see their friend groups and family. And I'm like, all right, well, I had my 2 days of fame. What now? And then here comes that really cute inner voice saying, you have nobody. Like, you're seeing all these people celebrate with their communities, their villages. You have nobody. Like, who did you celebrate with? You didn't see not one friend since before finals week. I had these thoughts come up, and it really started bugging me out. Like, I really started bugging out. After a while, I just got really sad, and I put myself in the position to where I ended up in my first depressive episode, hopefully last, but first depressive episode of the summer. Didn't last too long, but it definitely was prevalent. Really hard for me. I spent like the first day or 2 literally like crying and then sleeping because the thought of just saying like out loud, like, I feel like I have nobody, is just so like, it's just not fun to say, like, I feel like I have nobody. And when I tell you I was going low, baby, we was going in hell. Like, I did not feel good. I literally didn't feel any emotion. I felt absolutely so numb. I knew something was wrong when my boyfriend like would physically like touch me, and instead of like that warm, safe feeling that I usually get from that, I didn't feel anything. Like, I literally just felt like a cardboard box, you know? And I slept and slept and slept, and I didn't eat. When I did eat, it was because I was forced or because I felt myself getting nauseous because I didn't eat all day. I would literally only like get up, shower, and then literally like go back to sleep. Like, it was bad. And even then when I got out the episode, it was just because work stuff was due, and at the end of the day I still do have a job. Capitalism waits for no one, right? It was just a whole thing. And now that I'm kind of like getting back into it, this is like the first day in a really long time that I felt like aliyah. I don't know, I can't believe that feeling like that I didn't have anybody or like don't have anybody sent me into such a dark and lonely place. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. I just really found myself feeling super isolated and starting to spiral when I was left alone with those thoughts. And having a job where I spend most of my time alone and spending my time really waiting for other people to be able to talk to me outside of work or when they get off work, it's not a good recipe, you know? I just found myself getting super upset about how alone I felt. I can say like I feel alone, but as soon as I feel like I say I don't feel like I have anybody, it just pulls at a heartstring. And like I said, I know I have people behind me, and I know I have good friends and family and a significant other who loves me dearly. I feel like just during graduation, I really just felt like friendship-wise, everybody had their friends that they wanted to celebrate with. And I noticed that there was like a little gap within communities when I was trying to plan to get my friends so we could celebrate, do a little grad party, drink, whatever, together to celebrate us graduating. But it was hard to form a group to do that because they already had plans with their other groups and really didn't have time for anything else. So that kind of kicked it off. And then I just noticed like over time that I personally just feel like a lot of the people around me have their own communities and circles, and I personally just don't feel like I have a platonic version of that. And it really, really, really upset me. Like, my boyfriend has his own set of friends. All my friends have their own friend groups. Like, they're all friends with each other. And I just don't feel like I have that. And it's crazy because their communities are so tight-knit and consistent with one another. I can literally count on my one hand who I talk to every day. And none of them are, like, non-family or non-like relationships, you know? Non-romantic relationships, you know? And it's just like, damn, like, where's my community, you know? So I was getting really, really upset since I graduated. Just feel like I didn't have anybody, you know? Like, I feel like most of the time I just sit, film, and edit and post it. But whenever somebody, to this day, I don't know, I just feel like I didn't have a community, and I still feel like I don't. Like, that's just what it is, you know? Like, I have friends, but I don't feel like I have a community, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Whatever. During that depressive episode, I really just feel like there was a lot of self-pity almost, because there are ways to build a community and there are ways to make friends, but I've never been like super good at it. So knowing that I was already in such like an isolated place, it really put me at a tough spot, because now that I'm alone majority of the time of the day, it's super hard for me to connect with people and have it remain connected, you know? Like, it's really hard for me. On top of me feeling like I didn't have a community, I feel like I was just super low energy and just kind of like going through the motions because of this thought that I had that's been lingering in my mind heavy. And I just haven't been feeling the best about like anything. Like, I think the only thing I genuinely got excited for in like the past like month and a half was like going to Jamaica, and then a video that I posted because I worked really hard on it. I've just been feeling super low energy and unwell because now that I'm not a student, where I go from here, like, it's totally up to me. I did not plan on me feeling lost. I am, because I am self-employed, and to top it off, it's just tax season, so like, Lord have mercy, money's just flying out pocket. Right now it just feels like I don't have a community, and then my life doesn't have a specific purpose or goal anymore, because being a student was such a big part of my life. Like, I'm 21, I've been in a school since I was 4 or 5 years old. You do the math. Being a student is all I know, and that's the structure that I know, that's the consistency I know. I'm a student. But now that that's taken away, I've been left with, who am I, like, outside of that? And the only thing I've really much got from that is like, you're lonely, like, you know? When there's no like forced relationships and stuff like that, it's not every day has been the same, but majority of my days are very low energy. This is probably like the first day in a long time that I've felt like being in front of a camera. I haven't been in front of a camera since the end of May. And it just, I don't know. Some days are better than others. I get dressed, I get productive, I go out and do stuff, but that's really rare. Like, I think there's only been 1 or 2 times since I graduated, that doesn't include my trip, where I genuinely was like excited to go out, experience stuff, feel nice, look nice. Right now it feels like I'm really just on a hamster wheel in some sort of way. This isn't the first time I've vocally said that I felt like this, but you know, I just feel like I do the same thing every day, same different day, you know? Like, it's really weird. I just feel so like isolated and friendless and communityless, to the point where I just don't feel like I have anybody. And I don't know what it is. Like I said, I've never been the best at making friends. Keeping them is no problem. All the friends I have are like years old friendships. Like, that's not the problem. I was talking to my mutual when I was seeing her a couple weeks ago, and I was saying like, I literally don't feel like I have like a special person. Like, I have a boyfriend, yes, but it's very important to have friendships and relationships outside of your significant other, because when you take them away, who do you have, you know? And it's like, my boyfriend is my best friend, but still, I don't want to, you know, like, it's just nice to have a life outside of him. They have a life outside of you, you should have a life outside of them. It's just, I don't feel like I have like something super like set in stone community, and it really upset me. And even to this day, like, I'll talk to my boyfriend about it, and we've talked about it. I don't really talk to anybody about me feeling lonely, which I probably should. We were kind of brainstorming ways for me to fill up my days a little bit more, so I'm not waiting like hand and foot on people to like clock out of work and be like, just talk to me. You know, not everybody wants to do that every day. Between not being around people all the time anymore, and then my job is so independent, it's just so easy to like feel like I have nobody, and like I'm craving human interaction. I went from not needing human interaction period before like COVID and then after, I absolutely needed it. So like now that I feel like, not that it's ripped away from me, but it's in a different way that it's not around me 24/7 anymore. I wanted these videos to have a solution in all of them. They will get better in quality because I just really needed to sit and talk for a couple minutes because I feel like things aren't always aesthetic, and you know, sometimes I just don't feel like moving the camera 40,000 times, you know. These will get better, okay? Like they will get better. Like I said, I'm really into filmmaking right now. That's something I've picked up over the past couple days that I've just been really interested in, and I want to showcase what I've learned in these videos. I don't know, I feel like I haven't sat down and talked to you in a long time, or like have been extremely vulnerable on here in a long time, and that's why a lot of you guys watch me for my rawness. So I'm not afraid to say what I want to say, especially when it comes to my emotions. Overall, for these videos, I wanted them to, you know, document what I've personally been going through emotionally, mentally, physically, because this is a really big transition. Like I said, I'm 21, been in school since I was 4 or 5. You can count, hopefully. And it's just, it's really just odd. And I wanted to have a solution for like how to find community, how to deal with loneliness, how to avoid negative mental health despite, you know, being on your own, not like forced to go out or anything like that. But it's like, how am I supposed to give you advice on something I don't even know how to do myself? And for once on this YouTube channel, I think I don't have any advice for this because I don't know what to do. I know I can make friends, I know I can reach out to people, but I hate superficial and surface level relationships. They really upset me because if I want you in my life, I want you fully in my life, not as a superficial, surface level like type of way. So I know there's I know there's ways to fix it, but how I've personally gone about fixing it, I haven't. And I wanted to be honest with y'all when it came to that because we're almost 2 months post-grad and I'm feeling lonely and like I don't have a community and like I don't have anybody despite having people who love me and care about me endlessly, you know? And this could just be my thoughts coming out and, you know, but it's just different. I probably won't like this video that much, but I'm probably still gonna post it because this is the reality. I feel super lonely, communityless, and I don't know what to do, y'all. Yeah, I think I'm done chatting. I hope you guys enjoyed this really chill, mundane video. And yeah, thank you so much BetterHelp for sponsoring. BetterHelp.com/aliyah, 10% off your first month. It's Aliyah, signing out.